Alright, let's get into this game in the meantime. Let's fucking go. New game. Watch me cringe every time I hear my character. Oh no. No, come back. No, come back. No.
I'm not dying today.
Honey chipotle chicken. Though keep in mind I'm gonna be cooking from frozen. So I feel like a curry would be better. That looks amazing though. Wait, I'm subbed. Rip the link. Maybe it lapsed. My eyes snap open in the middle of the night. For some reason, I'm filled with deep and overpowering sense of dread. It's like I was woken up by some ancient survival instinct, some mysterious part of myself that never quite sleeps. My heart pounds, and I know without a doubt, something is terribly wrong. I don't even know what at first, but then I smell the smoke.
Mom?
The acrid fumes are so overpowering that I can taste them and my throat burns as I call out in desperation. When there's no answer, I stagger out of bed, my breathing ragged and uneven.
Mom? Dad?
My eyes gradually adjust to the dim light as I stand in front of my door for a long, agonizing moment. I'm terrified of what I'll find on the other side. Each possibility that I turn over in my mind is full of more unimaginable horror than the last. I almost wish I could turn around and go back to sleep and pretend that everything is fine until it's all over. But in reality, I have no choice. I know it's a literal house on fire, but the artwork is gorgeous. Just saying. I've lived in this house my whole life. I've opened this door and stepped out into the hallway almost every morning for as long as I can remember. It used to be a normal, forgettable part of my routine. The most emotion I ever felt as I crossed the threshold was annoyance that I had to get up early for school, or enthusiasm about my other plans on weekends and holidays. Now I watch in abject dread as leaping flames consume everything I always took for granted. Heart hammering even more rapidly in my chest, I shake myself out of my shocked stillness and race down the hall.
Mom? Dad?
I burst through the door to find even bigger and brighter flames wreaking their path of destruction through my parents' bedroom. My eyes dart back and forth, searching for some sign that they're okay. They're not in their bed. Maybe they got out already. But that doesn't make sense. I know they wouldn't leave me alone. A hacking cough tears through my lungs, sparking a memory of fire safety class in my childhood in the back of my mind. I drop to my hands and knees to limit my smoke inhalation. And that's when I see her. My mother lying motionless on the floor by the end of her bed, her hand reaching out with splayed fingers pointing towards me. Her eyes are open, unblinking, and filled with unmistakable terror.
Mom!
She doesn't respond. Her expression doesn't change. A part of me knows why, but another part of me isn't ready to accept it.
Mom! Mom! Can you hear me?
I call out again, my throat burning from the smoke. She can't hear me. I know she can't. She'll never be able to hear me again. Still, I crawl toward her as the flames crackle around me. But before I can make it very far, I find myself knocked flat on my face. My back is in searing pain, and I've been winded by the impact of whatever decaying piece of my home just struck me down. I flail hysterically to free myself. One desperate lunge to the side brings me face to face with my father, his unchanging expression just as twisted and horrifying as my mother's. I don't have the strength to shout anymore. The word comes out as a rasping, barely audible cry. They're gone. Both of them. The people who've taken care of me my whole life. The people I instinctively ran to for help the moment that I knew something was wrong. They can't save me, and I can't save them. Curry chicken salad. Man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How do I save you? Do I do it? How do I VIP you?
I'm not dying today.
Meanwhile, everyone's dying in a fire. Okay. Speaking of chicken recipes. Oh wow, that's interesting. I haven't seen anything like that before. I have a vision of my happy childhood memories shattering like glass as I watch the flames reflected in the cold, lifeless eyes of my father. And then a chunk of flaming debris hits the floor between us, and I scramble backwards in a panic. The knowledge that my parents won't be getting out of here feels like a vice around my heart, but I don't have time to grieve. I have to get out of here before I join them. Back in the hallway, the fire is moving quickly, destroying more and more of the upper floor of the house as I search for an escape. The stairs are out of the question. They're already crumbling to pieces as the flames consume them. I recklessly shoulder my way through the least damaged door I can see, hoping to make a break for it out a window. I find myself in the spare room where I used to sit on an old couch and play video games with my friends when we were kids. Those memories flood my mind as I fumble with the window latch, the heat of the still spreading fire at my back. I groan as I heave at the window, unable to slide it open. Of course, this window was always sticking, making it impossible to let a breeze in here during the summer. It's the worst possible room I could have picked, but that immovable window is still my best option. I take a few tentative steps backward, gasp in a deep breath of smoky air, and then jump. The glass tears at my skin as I smash through it, and for one horrifying moment in the air, I feel certain that I am going to die. And then I hit the ground, crying out uncontrollably in pain and fear. Oh my god. Oh my god. Who was that? It says breast, but you can sub for thigh. Yeah, I'm sure it can. Mmm. Yummy, yummy. Refrigerate for up to 4 days. Oh, God. I'm not going to be able to. It's going to last a week. It's going to have to. It's going to have to last a week. Here we go. Hayden Davis. Sorry, I had to know who this was because my God. Oh, yeah, I'm already following him. He's just a young lad. Small bean. Veggie curries, not very many chicken curries. Yeah. I've landed in a crumpled heap on my side, one leg and shoulder taking the brunt of the impact. I know without even trying to stand that something is broken, not just from the pain, but also from how wrong it feels. Coughing and spluttering, I twist into a position where I can use my good arm and leg to scramble through the dirt toward the road. As I inch forward, an overwhelming wave of exhaustion hits me and it becomes even harder to force myself to go on. I hear a faint siren in the distance. There might be hope for me after all. And then I get my snackies. And I eat the snackies. Oh no, then I get my hand all dirty. I wake up in a hospital bed. But I don't know if wake up is even the right term for it. I don't feel awake. I don't feel alive. For what must be at least a few days, I drift in and out of consciousness, barely aware of what's happening even when my eyes are open. Faces clad in masks of concern bob in and out of my vision. Sometimes they try to talk to me. They tell me about how the treatment is going for my burns and lacerations. Or the communicated, or the comminuted fracture, or the smoke inhalation. Oh my god. A fracture producing multiple bone splinters. Reduced to minute particles or fragments. Wow, you fucked yourself up, lad. Damn. Worse, sometimes they try to ask me how I'm doing or tell me they're sorry. Sorry for the loss of my parents. It feels so insulting, so patronizing. As if they could ever understand. As I grow more and more stable, I learn that I have a choice between two different states of consciousness. I can be in all-consuming pain that makes every second feel like an hour. Or I can be on drugs that dull the pain along with everything else. The drugs leave me confused and disoriented and frustrated with my inability to focus. I can barely even string two thoughts together to pass the time. Sometimes I think it's not much better than the pain, but at least both options are better than falling asleep and experiencing it all again, even more helpless than before, watching as the flames destroy everything I ever loved. Either way, there's not much I can do to keep myself occupied in the increasingly long gaps between visits from disquieted doctors and nurturing nurses. I could never even dream of summoning the energy and attentiveness needed to do something like read a book. All I can do is lie here and listen to the muted voices on the television in the corner of the room as they go through the routines of the same formulaic scripts day in and day out. But one day, something finally changes in the form of a mysterious girl. She's watching a TV. I'm really hungry. So sometimes I'm not going to read. Y'all can read. Do I have to move the chat? Can I move the chat? I can move the chat. There you go, chat. Must be another patient. We got a new friend.
Ooh, I know this one. Who has rented the car? Go for 800 next. Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen anyone get that excited about watching Jeopardy outside of an old folks' home.
She's so cute.
Did you just call me old?
Sorry. I didn't mean it as an insult. It's just, my grandmother used to yell Jeopardy answers at the screen just like that.
So I remind you of your grandmother. I don't know if that's helping your case here.
No, I mean, yes, but in a good way. My grandmother was cool.
So I'm old, but at least I'm cool? Okay, I'll take it. What's your name? I'm Aya.
Hiya!
Zach.
Nice to meet you, Zach. What happened to you? Lose a fight with a bear or something?
Tell her the truth.
I wish. Actually, my house burned down. I barely escaped through a window.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm glad you made it out. And you seem like you're getting better already.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be out of here in no time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope so. What about you? Why are you in here?
Are you kidding?
She's so
The
cute.
hospital's the coolest hangout spot in town. TV, free food. What else could a girl ask for?
She'd be the cheeriest mental patient I've ever heard of, but I guess you never know what's really going on with someone deep down.
So what do you like to do, Zach? When you're not in the hospital, that is.
Video games?
Video games.
I love video games! I miss playing them so much! You'd think someone would have hooked up a console to one of the TVs in here, but no!
Oh. Hide UI is just like so you can take a little screenshot. It's like a cool wallpaper. The backgrounds are so beautiful. Ugh.
What kind of games do you like?
RPGs, I guess, and some first-person shooters. Oh, and I love a good horror game. My friends and I used to stay up late when we were kids playing the scariest games we could find.
It is a luxurious
We
gown.
were making fun of each other if anything made one of us jump.
Oh, did did you ever play Maurizio's Manor? That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a classic. How did you feel about the remake? I know some people didn't like the changes, but I thought it was still pretty good.
So cute.
There's a remake?
Yeah. It came out a couple years ago.
No way, I can't believe I missed that.
You'll have to try it when you get out of here.
Mood.
Hey, and maybe we could play together.
Yeah, maybe.
Aww.
Well, what about you? What other hobbies do you have?
Reading.
I finished the Invincible book last night, finally.
Don't you have any books to read here?
Not exactly. They say there's a library somewhere in the hospital, full of all kinds of books, where patients can borrow whatever they want. You can take a whole stack of books back to your room with you, and no one will stop you. But no one knows where it is. It's not labeled on any of the hospital maps. And no one who's tried to find it has come back to tell the tale.
Haven't
Some
been reading.
say they're still there
I
in
read
the library,
in bed
so distracted by the
and fall
endless
asleep every
pages
2
that they
pages, so it
forgot
takes me
about
like
everything
1,000
else.
years. But last night, the premenstrual productivity, so zoom through the rest of the book. Let's go, you know? Like, who's sleeping? Not me.
Do you think if we found it, it would be full of ancient skeletons who died with books in their hands?
Yes, exactly. You get it. All this time, I've been too scared to hunt for the mysterious library on my own. But maybe now you
I
can
got
be
you,
my
girl.
partner in crime and come with me.
That would be fun, but I'm not in the best shape for exploring right now.
That does pose a bit of a problem. But you'll get better soon, right? And once you can get around a bit more, the adventure of a lifetime will begin.
Yes. Correct.
Okay, Aya. Sounds good. So,
Cute.
does this hospital have any other mysteries I should know about?
Oh, yeah, of course. There are 7. There are always 7. But I'll tell you about the next one next time. Gotta go for now. Bye, Zach.
Bye?
Zoom. As I swallow the pills, I'm thinking about that story Aya told me about the mysterious library. Pretty sure she just made it up to entertain me, but it was a lot of fun. I want to find the mysterious library. I love that it has an auto thingo. But then it like stops at the next scene so you don't miss too much. She brightens up my monotonous life and gives me hope that maybe someday, eventually, everything will really be okay again. Aww. And things start to look up even more when one afternoon another visitor finally steps through my door.
Hey, kid.
Who's that?
Aunt Claire!
Everyone's favorite auntie!
Can I hug you, or...
She's so cute and she's an artist and she does art and she's cute. Yes. I'm pleasantly surprised how warm and comforted I feel. Aww. I got
I'm
you.
so sorry I couldn't be here earlier. I got on the first flight as soon as I heard.
That's okay. You're here now.
She travels all over the world painting different landscapes. But then she turned up out of the blue once in a while with a suitcase full of souvenirs and several days worth of exciting adventures. I used to beg her to take me with her on the next one, and she always promised she would one day when I was old enough. Yes. Yes.
How are you holding up, kid?
Well,
Aww.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked. Look,
The clicking. Yeah. But you still get to pick stuff.
it's going to be okay, kid. I know it doesn't feel like it now. It probably feels like your life is over already at 16, with your home and your parents gone just like that. It's a terrible thing to have to go through. But you're going to get through it. You're going to be out of here and walking again in no time. And you're not going to be alone, because I'm going to take care of you.
thanks, Aunt Claire.
The emotionalisms. It's fine.
So, hey, any preferences on where to live once they let you out? I'm going to start looking through rental ads later today. We don't even have to stay here if you don't want to. We can move somewhere totally new.
You're going to rent a place for the two of us?
Mm-hmm.
Who else did you think you'd be living with, kid?
This is my show now. I'm making the house. I'm making the breakfast.
I mean, maybe you'd rather live on your own, but you need a legal guardian until you turn 18 at least.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fine. I want to live with you. It will be nice.
Great. So what do you say? Should we take off to Vegas?
I forgot
Here's
about
fine
that.
for now. That way I can finish.
I don't
school.
remember any of this. It's been so long. I literally do not remember any of this. I remember recording it vaguely. I don't remember any of the conversations.
All right, you got it, kid. I'll rent us the best duplex this town can offer.
Thanks.
Anything else I can do for you? Are they feeding you well enough in this joint? Need any books to read?
Oh, some books would be great, actually.
Books!
I made a friend in here who was just telling me how much she misses reading.
Then I'll hit the bookstore on the way back to the hotel and grab something for both of you.
Best auntie.
What kind of books
Ever.
does your friend like?
Well, I know she likes horror games, so maybe she would want something scary to read too. If I knew what room she was in, I would... Oh!
There she is. Come. Come.
Hey, Aya, wait up!
Aunt Claire's just like, you ain't getting away that easy, kid. Get back in here.
You don't have to be shy, Aya. This is just my Aunt Claire. She's nice, I promise.
Zach. Who are you talking to?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Y'all, I forgot this entire storyline. Oh my god.
Wow, I can't believe she already ran off that fast. I thought I saw my friend for a second, but I guess she got nervous when she noticed you and made a break for it. She's really shy.
Oh, too bad I missed her. I'd love to meet her if she feels more comfortable next time.
Yeah, maybe. I'll talk to her.
Aunt Claire can't see her.
So, now you know.
Now we know what. Tell me more. She floats? How is it that I didn't
Do
notice she
I?
floated before?
I'm not even sure what I know.
Well, you know I'm not normal for one thing.
Are you? A ghost?
I guess so? I mean, it seems like I fit the criteria, right? I can float around, walk through walls. Oh, and I can't touch physical objects at all. Like, watch this.
Big arm bagels, yeah. That jewelry. They're so cute. I love this picture so much. It's so sweet. Even knowing that she's whatever she is, it's still a bit of a shock when our fingers come into contact and we don't touch. I watched, enthralled and a little scared as her hand fully passes through mine. It feels a little tingly, as if my hand fell asleep. And a little bit cold too.
It's kind of cool sometimes, but also really annoying if you want to do something normal like read a book or change the channel on the TV.
Or change the channel on the TV. That's why she came to watch the TV, because she can't put the shows
no
on.
one else can see or hear me.
Really? No one?
Aww.
You're the first one. I couldn't believe it when he just started talking to me like I was a normal person. Like, I was alive. Maybe I should have told you right then, but I didn't want to scare you off. It's been so long since I could have a real conversation.
How long has it been?
That, I don't know. You lose track of time after a while. You know, when nothing really changes?
It must have been terrible.
Oh, it's not so bad, really. I mean, I can go wherever I want. All over the hospital, anyways. And this place is huge. There's so much going on all the time. So many people going through new and transformative experiences. And some of it is sad, sure. But some of it is amazing. I've seen people recover from the worst trauma of their lives, working hard at physiotherapy, until they can finally go home again and feel good about the
Well,
future
this actress
again.
doesn't have any social media.
I've
I
seen
wanna
people have
follow
lives
you.
and surgeries that never would have been possible a few years ago. I've seen exhausted young parents ecstatic about holding their adorable new babies for the first time.
Ooh.
All that, and I can watch as much TV as I want, whenever I want. Really, it's not such a rough deal.
No. She describes the wonders of life
Must
in the
get
hospital.
lonely.
Sure, sometimes, but not right now.
What? What happened to you? Before, I mean. Before you were a ghost.
You mean, like, how did I die?
I guess, yeah.
That's a really personal question to ask a girl, you know.
Hey, so like, how did you die? Curious. Wonder if you just accidentally float through a wall
Nah,
and
I'm
have
just
to avoid a
messing with you.
bedpan session.
Truth is, I don't know that either.
Yeah.
I don't remember much from before. I have some vague, blurry memories of my childhood, and there's some things that I just know somehow. Like my name, but nothing concrete about what happened to me, no matter how hard I try to think about it. It's like I just woke up here one day. The hospital's all I know. I assume I probably died here since I'm haunting it and all. But really, who knows? Ooh, maybe I died actually a long, long time ago, before the hospital was even built. I could be from, like, Civil War times or something.
Sure, why not?
Or even earlier, maybe you were one of those pilgrims who disappeared from the Roanoke colony.
Oh my god, spoiler alert. But like, look at that art though.
I got centuries of wisdom in this ghost brain. If only historians could unlock it.
If only.
So, do you still want to be friends? Now that you know my secret and all.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you're super scared of ghosts or something.
Do I look scared? Honestly, before I met you, I was starting to feel like I was a ghost myself.
Trust me, you're not. I'd know.
Good thing you were here to tell me then.
Friends?
Friends.
Aww.
Want to watch some Jeopardy?
This is the background
Pretty
artist
sure it's about to come on.
for this game. So good. It's gotten a little less painful to do that over the last few days as long as I don't move
Of
too much all at once.
I bet I can get more answers right than you can.
Yeah, I bet you can.
My life in the hospital continues to improve over the next couple of weeks. Aunt Claire drops in almost every day, bringing books and snacks and updates about her search for a place to rent. When she's not here, Aya usually is, and we always find some way to amuse ourselves. As long as there aren't any doctors or nurses around to wonder who I'm talking to. The last thing I need is to get transferred from the burn ward straight into the psych unit. I'm still in a lot of pain most of the time, but it's gradually getting a little more bearable. Oh, she can't wait for me to be able to get around better so that I can join her for some exploring. But of course, no amount of entertainment and affection from my loving guardian and ghostly companion could erase all the scars of the past. He's sad. And it's not too long before I'm forced to face the past again. Zachary, you have another visitor.
Huh?
Other than Aunt Claire, no one comes to visit me. Except Aya, of course, and she's already here, not to mention that the nurses can't see her. In the moments before the new arrival enters my field of vision, my mind races through the possibilities of who it might be. Maybe someone who knew my parents? Or even their lawyer, here to talk to me about their will. The hard-faced woman in a long coat who's soon making herself comfortable in the chair next to my bed doesn't look familiar at all. Who the fuck are you? She looks stern and serious like a librarian who's about to lecture me for making too much noise. And she's got a gun on her thigh, y'all. She's holding a side piece.
Hi, Zachary. How are you doing today?
That's such a good knock noise. Ginger perked up. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, considering the circumstances anyway. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Ticking off the clock on the wall sounds almost deafening.
My name is Sloane Tyrell. I'm a detective. I'm here to ask you a few questions about what you remember from the night of the fire.
That's a detective in a
Do
miniskirt.
you think she's trying to solve a mystery? But why would she need to talk to you? What's so mysterious about what happened to you?
Before I can even open my mouth to rephrase Aya's questions, the detective continues as if she's anticipated my concerns.
I'm sorry to have to ask you to relive what happened. I know it must be hard for you. But it's standard procedure in cases like this to investigate what might have caused the fire.
She's got like a micro
It could be some
miniskirt
kind of
and some
defect in the
thigh-high
appliances
boots
that were in your home
and a
or
side
in the
piece
construction
in
of the
between
house
it.
itself. If we can figure it out, it might help us save people.
Tyrell. Just saying.
So if you can
throwing it out
remember
there.
anything that might help, I would
Fangirling.
really
It's whatever.
appreciate it.
It's whatever. It's fine. That's my detective. I figure the sooner I answer her
Well,
questions.
I don't know what caused it. When I woke up, the whole place
I
was
wish my
already
name was Side
ablaze.
Piece Swag. Oh my god. That'd be so good. Who are you? My name is Side Piece Swag.
The
Here
fire
to
had already
solve the
spread to
mystery.
the entire house.
Not all of it, I guess. My room was fine at first. But when I went out into the hallway, it seemed like there was fire everywhere. I couldn't get downstairs in my parents' room.
This fire looks really cool, by the way. Just FYI. If the situation weren't so awful.
It's okay, Zach. You're safe here. You don't have to tell her all the details if you don't want to.
Zach.
Stern
What
and
happened in your
ominous.
parents' room?
They were already dead! Okay?
Wee!
They were already dead. And there was nothing I could do. And I don't know anything about what happened to them. I don't know if they were in pain or if they were trying to get to me before they... I just don't know. Okay? I was too late.
I'm sorry, Zachary. I know how difficult this must be. I lost my father when I was about your age, too. I remember the pain and the rage I felt at the world that took him from me. And the guilt, the feeling that I could have somehow done something to save him. But I couldn't have, Zachary. I was only a kid. It was a tragedy outside my control. All I could do was try to help prevent other people from meeting the same fate.
There's something so disingenuous and patronizing about it that makes me want to scream. Is she lying?
Yeah. So what did you do?
I became a detective to solve crimes and put killers behind bars.
Are you saying you think what happened to my parents was a crime? You think someone set the fire on purpose?
No, that's not necessarily what I'm saying, Zachary. I'm just saying that you and I have something in common. And that you might be able to help save other people by helping us get to the bottom of this... of whatever caused the fire.
I don't like this, Zach. I think there's something she's not telling you.
You sound shifty
If she
as.
thinks someone might have murdered your parents, then... You couldn't be a suspect in the crime, could you?
Surely
You're
not.
innocent.
I won't ask you to relive any more of the details right now if it's too upsetting for you. But if there's anything else you remember, anything that was out of the ordinary about the fire or about what happened in the days leading up to it, it's really important that you tell me.
You don't have to tell her anything you don't want to, Zach. I'm worried.
Refuse to say anything more. Try to think of something that might help. Shifty. Shifty.
I don't remember anything else.
Is that so?
I trust my protective ghost. Let her wait until the tell-all book you write 20 years later after the incident comes out.
All
Yep.
right.
Yep.
I'll leave you alone to rest.
Thank
But if you happen to think of anything that might help,
Here's my card. Yep. And dad business card.
Ooh, let me take a look at that. I want to see what it says. Maybe she's not even a real detective.
She squints in
I
eyes
guess it looks
direction.
legit.
The hand holding the card seems to tremble for a moment. She can feel her there.
you'd think that for all the funding this hospital gets, they could heat these private rooms better. Well, goodbye, Zachary.
I'm glad she's finally done. What do you want to do now, Zach? You're getting pretty good with those crutches. Want to go for a walk?
Maybe later. I'm really tired right now.
Oh.
Oh, okay. You should take a nap then. Man, I miss naps. They were nice. Oh well.
I wish I could nap. I just can't.
Maybe I'll go check on the cute babies in the maternity ward.
Yeah. Yes.
See you later.
Okay, bye. There are so many characters we haven't met yet. Next day, Aya coaxes me out of my room and down a few of the hospital's winding hallways. While I'm glad for the change of scenery, this little excursion starts to tire me out almost as soon as it begins. I have to stop and lean against the wall every so often to give my good leg a bit of a break. Aya's literally flying circles around me, apparently unable to calm down enough just to adjust to my lumbering
It's
speed.
not much farther.
Where are we going?
Okay, I'm coming.
Small white exit door.
Sorry.
What kind of a joke do you think made Zach get this
I would
phone?
open for you if I could,
Fucking
but...
house burned down.
Right, ghost.
Struggle to balance my crutches in a way that allows me to open the door and pull myself through it. Where are we going? Wow.
Wow!
Isn't it beautiful?
Wow. It's so pretty. Oh, look at the clouds.
This garden is actually part of the treatment for some of the hospital's longer-term residents. Like
Is that
people
made
who
by
are struggling with depression.
Oh.
It can really help them to take care of the flowers and watch them grow.
Too bad all my flowers
Yeah,
fucking
I
die.
bet. Being out here is making me feel a lot healthier already.
My plants are sad, y'all. Sad. Sad, 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 sad. Never used to be scared of heights before, but I guess breaking a leg after a desperate leap through a window will do that to you. Yep. Especially if there's windows
okay?
on the
Yeah, just-
railing.
Give me a minute. I still haven't really told you everything that happened to me, have I?
Not in much detail. You don't have to, though, if it's upsetting you.
buying a
I want
house,
to. I
small
think it might be
garden.
helpful
Can
for
I
me to
do the
talk about
gardening?
it.
I want to do the gardening. I want to. Oh man, I love
With someone who actually
I love
cares,
helping
mean.
people with house shit, but no one ever wants
Not
help with
like
house
that
shit.
detective yesterday.
Which, like, I get it because I don't want help
Okay.
with house shit either because I like doing my own house shit.
If you want to talk, I'll
It's like,
listen.
I just want to. I love moving stuff and building stuff, placing stuff. You know, it's nice. It's fresh. It's good
I woke up
vibes.
one night and my house was on fire. The house I had lived in all my life. All my memories from my childhood up in flames. And when I went to find my parents, they were
2
already
bedroom,
dead.
2.5 bar. Nice. You're set. You're ready. So it's got 2 en-suites. .5 bath. Or is it like a bathroom, ensuite, and then in downtown can walk to everything? Fuck, that's nice. That's mad for a house. Fuck yeah. Is
I
there
loved
like
my
a?
parents. We didn't
I'm guessing
always
that
get
the
along, of
bedrooms don't
course.
include like a living
They drove me crazy sometimes,
and lounge and shit.
but they took care of me. They taught me a lot.
Make sure it doesn't open over here.
I had to just leave them, their bodies, in the burning house. I was so scared I was going to die too. The fire was spreading everywhere, and I was stuck on the top floor. In the end, I had to jump out a window. I couldn't even get the window open. I just had to smash right through the glass and hope for the
It's
best.
so cute.
So that's how I broke my leg and got all those terrible cuts I had when you first saw me. But hey, I made it out alive.
Oh, this is like the surrounding area as well.
Wow, Zach!
It's
I didn't know
really
you were so brave.
nice.
Jumping out of a top floor window
Congrats.
that
It's
wasn't
like
even
clean
open?
as.
I don't know if I could ever do something that scary.
I love the floors.
Sure you could. You can fly and walk through walls, remember?
And there's so much green.
Oh, yeah. I guess I was thinking about when I was alive.
Do you remember much about back then?
Nah, not really. It's just...
Half is
I
downstairs
knew
with the
I was a
kitchen.
normal
Yay.
person like you once. I have this vague sense of it. I know I wasn't always like this. It
So
used to make
cool.
me sad that I couldn't really remember.
It's really
It
cute.
doesn't make you sad anymore?
Nope.
I love the little patio too. Like, is there a
I
basement?
got new memories now. Some really incredible
It kind of
ones,
looks like there is
too.
because there's like the
Like
stilts
the old
and
woman
stuff.
who showed me this garden.
Or is that like part?
Someone showed you?
Like,
Yeah.
is it like a flood-prone area or anything?
I mean, not directly. She couldn't see me or hear me like you
It
can.
seems like a few of the houses are like
But I
elevated. Oh, it's
followed
because it's
her
on a
and
hill.
saw her watering the flowers almost every day.
She was a patient here?
Just a porch. Oh, okay, cool. That's just the foundation then.
She had cancer. She was in and out of the hospital for a long time.
Oh,
Sometimes it
Aya.
got better. Other times it got worse. But no matter how bad it got, she always tried to water the flowers when she was here. She loved flowers.
Yes,
You'd
walking
think
to the
someone
farmer's
suffering like that would
market.
be sad all the time, and
I
sometimes she
love
was.
the floors so much. The
But
floors
she
are really
still
cool.
had so much joy in her. I got to know her a lot, hanging around her room.
And the like kitchen living is
Her
like
name
nice.
was Liz, and she was a retired teacher. Her partner used to visit her a lot. And
I love
used to
that. I
make
love
her
how the
laugh about
island
silly
isn't
little
connected.
things.
Like our island is connected, and it's annoying because you can't just.
And she talked so fondly about everything they had done together when they were younger. All the things she was grateful to have seen and experienced. I don't think she had any regrets.
She sounds like a
Also,
nice lady.
bathtub.
Reminds me of my grandmother a little bit.
The one who liked Jeopardy?
Yeah. She was cracking jokes right up until the end. Did she die too?
Eventually, yeah. I was there, actually. A part of me wondered if she'd come back as a ghost.
Aww.
If the moment the heart monitor flatlined, if her soul would drift out of her body and she'd be just like me. I would have had so much to talk to her about. But no, Dice. She was just gone.
I almost wanted to tell Aya I'm sorry, except for how much it annoys me when people say that to me.
Have you ever seen another ghost before?
Nope, just me. You'd think another one would pop up once in a while in a place like this, right? But nothing yet. I wonder what's different about me and the other people.
I wonder what's different about you
Maybe
too.
you came back for a reason. Like you have a mission or something.
Maybe.
Yeah! And my mission is to solve all the mysteries of this hospital.
Like, why the
Starting
fuck?
with that weird flower over there. What's it steal? I've never seen one like that before.
Oh, so cute.
Huh. That one does look kind of weird.
Is it the result of a mad scientist experiment? Or simply a freak of nature? Find out next time on Aya's Amazing Adventures.
Why is she the only ghost either of us has ever seen? Could my idea that she's here for a reason be true? Maybe she's here for you. What reason is it? After a while, I feel unclear on what happened with that intimidating detective. Ghost was a lawyer for medical malpractice mysteries.
She said she was trying to help, but I don't know. It kind of creeped me out.
Yeah, here's my first lesson as your new guardian, kid. Never talk to the cops without a lawyer.
True.
If she comes back, you call me right away. You don't have to tell her anything.
Do you think she suspects me of doing something wrong?
I don't know. Hopefully not. But she's not your friend either. Remember that.
Yeah, that part shouldn't be too difficult.
Fuck that bitch.
So, anything else interesting happen around here lately? Any hot hospital gossip?
Well,
Any
one of the
hot
nurses was
hospital
telling me about some
gossip?
drama with her book club. Apparently, one of the other ladies in it said she was tired of reading depressing books and only wanted to read fun stuff from then on. Which caused a bit of a scuffle because a few of them had been trying to pick books by more diverse authors with messages about social issues and stuff. So now they're having a whole debate about the importance of educating yourself about problems in the world versus the value of escapist media for your mental health.
They both have a place. They both have a place.
Yes! That's the kind of gossip I'm talking about. You gotta keep me updated. I want to know if they end up forming two different splinter groups.
Okay.
It's
I'll
like
ask her
way
about it
too
next time she's on
invested.
shift.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yes.
Oh, and I found this really cool little garden area on one of the hospital's balconies. Actually, my friend Aya showed me.
Cool. How's Aya doing? You never did get around to introducing
Sounds
us.
so aggressive. I know. I know.
Yeah,
It does.
She has a lot of difficulties talking to strangers.
Aunt Claire's probably just picturing a very different kind of problem than the real one.
You must be a pretty special kid to get her to open up to you then.
Oh, you have no idea. Maybe I am, but not in the way
I
she
hope
thinks.
you'll be able to stay in touch after you get out of here.
She'll probably just follow
Yeah,
me.
Me too.
Hey, do you remember the last time you were in the hospital? Or were you too young?
I remember going to the ER when I hit my head in gym class in the 4th grade.
I had a minor concussion and I'll never forgive Jeff Spencer for knocking me over.
No, I mean earlier than that. You had to stay for a little while when you were, 5 years old or something? When your appendix burst.
Oh yeah! I
Ow!
haven't thought about that in ages.
Ow! 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 Talking about it like it was to go get some ice cream.
Was it this hospital?
I think it was the smaller one across town. You were born in this one, though. Not that you'd remember that. But I'll never
Aya
forget
might remember
your dad
that.
calling me about it.
I might
was
remember him
planning
being
to be
born in
back
this hospital.
town for your mom's due date, but you came almost a month early. I was staying with this nice family in Brazil who got woken up in the middle of the night by your dad. He was trying to explain in absolutely awful Portuguese that he needed to talk to me. I don't know if anything he said made much sense, but they got me up and handed me the phone, and your dad said, "Claire, it's a boy!" I couldn't wait to get back home and meet you.
Was I a cute baby?
Zach. You were the absolute ugliest baby I've ever seen.
No way!
I love her so
I
much.
thought I was adorable.
You looked like a grumpy old man, and you cried all the time. But your parents were totally obsessed with you. They kept trying to tell me how amazing you were, and I was like, are you sure about that? Babies, man. I've never gotten the big deal about them.
Babies,
You
man.
Ever thought about having a baby?
Never. I don't think I'd be able to handle all that stress.
Mood,
Your mom
girl.
never seemed to have too much trouble with it, though. I mean, she was tired all the time, but she was happy. She really loved you. And I did too, of course, no matter how funny looking you were. Especially when you got a bit older and started talking, and we could hang out a bit.
Yeah.
I used to try to give you art tips with your little finger painting set. Remember that?
Yeah, we have some of that on video. Or used to. I guess all our old tapes were probably lost in the fire.
Aw.
I'm sorry about that, kid. Hey, maybe we can film some new home videos together. With a digital camera this time, so we can have backups.
Should I get a new finger painting set too?
Yes.
We could reenact the old ones.
Yes. Yes.
I think you're about old enough for some fancier art supplies than that. If you're interested.
Auntie
Sure, I
Claire
can try
gonna
it
get
out.
you some art.
I've always liked doodling in the margins of my notes in class.
In that case, I'll teach you everything I know. You'll be hobnobbing with the elite at fancy gallery openings in no time.
Yeah, they'll be falling over themselves to bid on my early masterpieces, like caricature of Mr. Struthers and number 2 pencil.
Caricature.
Exactly.
It's really cute.
Does your friend Aya like to draw? Maybe she could come over for a lesson sometime too.
Yeah, she gonna
Maybe.
draw with
I'll
her
ask.
brain.
That would be nice. You can have friends over whenever you want, you know. I've been talking to a landlord about a pretty nice house.
Caricature.
So if things work out, we'll have plenty of room for guests.
Sounds good. Thanks, Aunt Claire.
No problem. Well, if there's nothing else you need, I guess I'll head out for now.
It's cute.
It's getting late. See you around, kid.
See you.
It's getting late.
See you around, kid. Bye, Auntie. Favorite Auntie. Chicken bagle? What's a chicken bagle? Mmm. Mmm. Dad used to love putting on birthdays for holidays and telling me all kinds of other stories. It's up to me to remember.
I
Aww.
do like drawing, you know?
You do? Hi, Aya. Welcome back.
Or I used to, when I could hold a pencil, I think.
Maybe I can hold a pencil for you, and you can tell me what to draw.
Mhm.
Ooh, sounds fun! I want to make a comic with superheroes!
That might be a little complicated for me.
Boo! Negative attitude! You won't know unless you try.
Boo! Negative attitude! Boo, boo. For the first time in I don't know how long, I stand in front of a mirror and take a good look at my reflection. It's hard to believe that it's still me. I'm lucky enough that my face doesn't look too bad, really. The worst burns were on places like my back that are covered up by my clothes. Must have lost a lot of weight in the hospital because my cheeks are hollower and my bone structure is much more prominent than it's ever been before. Ooh, that's scary. And my eyes look tired, sad, old.
Not bad, huh, kid?
You look beautiful, kid. Beautiful. Ah, yes, the funeral. Auntie Claire is certainly dressed for the occasion. Yes, the funeral.
Are you okay to get down to the main floor by yourself? I can go bring the car around.
Yeah, sure.
You look great, kid.
Yes, yes, you do. You look beautiful. Hoppling over to the elevator.
You're not checking out of the hospital, are you?
Not yet. I'll be back later. I'm just going out for the day. For my parents' funeral.
Oh. You look nice.
I look like an exhausted hospital patient bundled into a borrowed suit.
Well, it suits you a lot better than the hospital gown.
That's not saying much.
Do you think I would look good in a suit?
Yes.
Probably better than me.
Well, you just said it's not saying much.
Compliment.
All right. I do think you'd look pretty good.
Yes, you would.
Imagine the two of us stepping out of Aunt Claire's car together in matching tailored suits.
If Aya wants him to stay, would she inhibit his recovery? I wonder,
We'd be the coolest kids
has
at the
she-
funeral.
has she tried to leave?
Yeah.
I don't know if I missed her talking about it, though.
I wish I really could go with
Is there a second game coming at some
If
point?
you want me
Sequel?
to, I mean.
I say
Sure I do. You think I
nothing.
want to go to my parents' funeral alone?
I know nothing.
I mean,
I see
Aunt Claire is going to
nothing.
be there. But it would be nice to have a friend too. Why don't you tag along?
Oh, here we go.
I've never left the hospital before.
Have you
I
tried?
don't know if I can.
No answer is an answer. Hype. Stream Element's not even subbed anymore. Rip. How dare.
Well, you won't know until you try, right?
Mood.
You really want me to come?
Of course! Come on, let's go! Aunt Claire is waiting downstairs.
Follows me slowly, make my way to the elevator and down to the front lobby of the hospital. We both pause for a moment on the threshold of the main entrance. It feels like a momentous event. And I'm a little nervous about leaving this place. I've gotten so accustomed to it over the past few weeks. Well, the bone in my foot feels really weird. Can't imagine how much more pronounced that feeling must be for Aya. Then, crutches in hand, I lurch forward, and the automatic doors slide open. Open! Beep beep! Beaten up old Volvo, of course. I hold the back door open as if Aya needs that in order to get in.
You want to make me feel like a chauffeur? Sit up front, kid.
Right. Sorry.
are you doing, child? She made it out of the hospital. Aya made it out. The scenery outside the window should be familiar. I've been in this part of town often enough to be used to it by now. Something about it strikes me as dreamlike and uncanny. It's like I'm seeing another world for the first time. A world where my parents are dead. In an instant, I reach over and slap the off button on the radio.
Not a Springsteen fan?
Not today.
I used to like this song, so I'd rather it not forever remind me of my parents' funeral. That's fair. That's fair. I always worry about that too, like my favourite shit being ruined, because it ends up reminding me of something. But then you can always get new favourite shit, I suppose. Nothing gets that girl down. Yeah. Oh, it's really pretty. My parents were never really social people, and we didn't really have any other family, so we knew there wouldn't be very many guests to appreciate it anyway. So it's nothing more than a small and simple gathering in front of an entirely symbolic gravestone. There weren't any bodies left to bury. Michael and Julie Gilbert, beloved parents of Zachary. Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Those names, the dates beneath them, and the quote my mum had hanging in a cross-stitch on her office wall. Hi, Jogger! That's all that's left of my parents. A few of Mum's and Dad's colleagues offer me perfunctory condolences, and Claire gives me an awkward introduction to a group of her old friends. How you doing, Jocker? There's no one I really know that well aside from her and Aya.
Well, thanks for coming, everyone. I guess I'll start us off with a few words. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Claire. I'm Michael's sister and Zachary's aunt. Ever since we were kids, I knew my big brother was going to be a brilliant scientist. And as an adult, he impressed and inspired me every day with his dedication to his research. I know some of you here worked with him, so I hope you'll be able to carry on where he left off. And to make sure his contribution to science means something. Not that I ever understood what the hell he was working on all the time, but hey, he didn't understand my art much either. And I know Julie also had the same intelligence and determination. It's why they were perfect for each other. I never saw my brother as happy as he was when he was collaborating on a big project with his wife. The two of them also deserve credit for raising a great kid. My nephew, Zach, who's still keeping his chin up, even after everything he's gone through. I know I could never be as great a mom as Julie, but I'm going to do my best to take care of him, from now on anyway. I hope I'll make you proud, Mike. Ugh.
Feelings. Ugh. I wish I could do something to comfort Aunt Claire or to honor my parents' memory. But I can feel my throat closing up at the prospect of trying to talk about all this in front of this group of strangers. What if I say something totally stupid? Or what if I just start crying too and everyone feels even more awkward? Then I feel Aya next to me, her ghostly hand brushing against mine with a familiar tingling sensation. It looks so nice and healthy, hey, chicken bagel. Anyway, speaking of funerals, chicken bagel, am I right?
You will, Aunt Claire. Thank you so much for that speech. And thank you to everyone else for coming here to express your sympathy. It means a lot to us, and I'm sure it would mean a lot to my parents too.
I'm just making this up as I go along, but somehow it actually sounds pretty good. Good night, Swaggy. Have a good sleep. Try to lighten the mood a bit. Or be solemn. Try to lighten the mood a
You
bit.
know, my mom was always getting paranoid about my computer overheating when I played video games. She used to storm in during the middle of a boss fight and tell me to take a break for a while or you'll burn the house down.
Wow. An attempt was made.
Well, this time, Mom, I swear it wasn't me.
For a moment, I'm worried the joke was way too dark, but then one of them breaks out into laughter and a few others follow. Oh, woo! Whew. Nice. Julie was always like that. No one was as much of a stickler for lab protocols as her. Remember that time we had to take apart the equipment to clean it? She must have double-checked that it was all shut off about 50 times. As more conversations spring up, Aunt Claire smiles and squeezes my hand.
Thanks, kid.
Aww. I still suspect the problems that started with the fire are far from over. Achievement unlocked. Held a funeral speech. Let's go. Little by little, I'm starting to be able to picture a future without them. My physical health is improving a lot too, with most of the burns and scars gradually fading. I've been growing more and more accustomed to us using crutches. To using crutches, not us using crutches, just you. Yeah, girl's getting tired. my days grow less monotonous as Aya and I begin spending more time wandering the rest of the hospital outside my room. Sometimes we end up just hanging out in the garden. Other times we amble through the halls of various wings looking for anything interesting that might be going on. Aya shows me around some of her favourite places, like the room in the maternity ward where tiny newborns rest in rows of colour-coded cribs. And the gift shop where visitors look for the perfect trinket to express their feelings for their sick and injured loved ones. She's so cute. I get turned away from several of the more restricted areas that Aya insists would be really interesting if I could see them. Yup. One afternoon I even get a serious lecture from a furious lab-coated doctor. After I accidentally stumble into what turns out to be where medical researchers from the university do some of their more sensitive work. Whoopsie! She practically drags me to the nearest elevator to get rid of me. Which I think is a pretty rude way to treat a temporarily disabled kid who's just innocently exploring to pass the time. Truth. Aya finds it pretty funny though. She would, since she's not the one getting yelled at and manhandled. But no matter how harsh the treatment I occasionally receive, it doesn't do much to dissuade me from continuing my brave expeditions through the winding halls of the massive hospital my friend and I call home. I don't think I could put a stop to it even if I wanted to, considering how enthusiastic Aya is about getting me out of bed and into some new location every morning. Even without being able to physically touch me, she's almost as forceful as that angry doctor. The girl just loves to explore. But if I thought I had already seen her at her most excited, she proves me wrong with a burst of joyful energy on the day we finally come across the library. We found the library!
This is it.
Yes!
A room full of dusty old books?
Zach!
The library!
This isn't just any old room of books. This is the mysterious library. The one so full of such supernaturally fascinating books that past explorers get so engrossed in absorbing their irresistible tales. That they died of starvation, with ancient tombs still grasped in their skeletal hands.
I thought you made all that up.
Okay, I might have made that part up. But it's true that I've been trying to find this library for a long time. Older patients used to talk about it. But it seems like over the course of several renovations to the hospital, it got kind of forgotten in this little corner. I can never find it marked on any maps or anything. But now we're here! And look at all these books! Oh, the Phantom of the Opera, the Haunting of Hill House, the Canterville Ghost. Oh, I can't decide what I want to read first. Maybe I'll try. Oh.
Aww, her fingers go right through the book and she can't grab it.
Hey, I got so excited I almost forgot I can't actually hold the book anymore.
Hey, that's no problem.
I limp towards the shelf, feeling some sense of obligation to cheer her up the way she's always done for
We
me.
can read together.
Yes.
I can hold the book and you can look over my shoulder and let me know when you're ready to turn the page.
Or she can just read out loud to you.
Or maybe I could even read it out loud to you.
Or she can read it out loud to you. And then you can turn the page.
Really?
She has eyes, bruh.
Of course not.
Okay. You pick the book then. What do you want to read?
All right.
Partially concealed by a buildup of dust. I recognized a lot of old classics as well as some others I haven't heard of before. Eventually, one that I used to love when I was little catches my eye. I shift my crutches closer until I can lean over and take it off the shelf.
I think you'll like this one.
I'm sure I will.
Let's see here.
I look around the room and spot an armchair that doesn't look too decrepit or uncomfortable. I hobble over there and sit down, crutches leaning against the side of the chair and Aya hovering at my shoulder. Before cracking the weighty hardcover book open and flipping to the first page.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
You don't know about me without... No, hang on. Let me start over.
I pause and then resume with the most ridiculous southern accent I can muster.
You don't know about me without you have read a book by the name of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. But that ain't no matter.
We gonna read the adventures
Now, the way that
of
the
Tom
book runs up
Sawyer.
is this. Tom and me found the money that the robbers hid in the cave, and it made us rich. We got $6,000 apiece, all gold. It was an awful sight of money when it was piled up. Well, Judge Thatcher, he took it and put it out at interest.
Oh my god. Beautiful.
But Tom Sawyer, he hunted me up and said he was going to start a band of robbers.
And you would.
Are you okay?
Aww.
What's wrong? Is my accent really that bad?
It's just that...
Aww.
You're leaving soon, and
Aww.
I won't have anyone to talk to, and we won't be able to Just like Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer.
Aww.
It's okay, Aya.
I'm not sure if those words really accomplish much. Not knowing what else to say, I lean against the side of the chair hopelessly, waiting for her to calm down. Eventually, her tears slow to a stop, and she wipes her face and looks up at mine. I fix my eyes on hers, my gaze unwavering.
It's okay. I've thought about it, and we don't have to be apart.
What do you mean? You're almost well enough to go home and
Oh, come with me! Come with me, girl! Her shaky voice is slightly hoarse from sobbing.
And you can come with me.
Yes! Yes!
Really?
Yes! Come.
Why not? We already figured out a way you can leave the hospital. There's no reason that you have to stay here if you don't want to. So,
That's
come
right.
to Aunt Claire's house with me.
Yes, that's right.
We can still hang out and go for walks around the neighborhood when I get the cast off, and we could play video games.
Yes.
Video games?
And we can draw, we can read books.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do whatever we want.
We can do all the
I-
good shit.
I don't want to be separated from you either, Aya.
Aww.
You're my best friend.
Aww.
And hey, if it turns out you hate being roommates with me,
You can just sleep.
always just float back here and find something else to do.
Yep. That's right. That's
You
right.
really mean it? You'll take me with you?
Of course.
Thank you, Zach.
Aya flings herself toward me and a cold shiver runs through my body as she throws her arms around. And through my shoulders. It's not quite the same as hugging a living person. But then again, I never much liked hugging normal people anyway. I'll take a cold, ghostly hug from Aya any day. A few days later, Aunt Claire arrives to check me out of the hospital and take me to my new home. She brings some clothes for me to wear and has a chat with the doctor about my drug prescriptions. And when my next appointment will be before turning back to me with a smile on her face.
All right, kid. Ready to go?
Gripping my crutches, I turn to Aya, who's bouncing up and down next to me with unbridled excitement about her next adventure.
Yeah. I'm ready.